Today we're going to show you how to navigate NELIS, the Nevada Electronic Legislative Information System. NELIS is the home site for all official information relating to the legislative session. It's important to understand how NELIS works so you can keep track of what's going on in the Nevada legislature. To navigate to NELIS, you can search in any web browser such as Google the term NELIS. Once you click on the website, you'll access the NELIS homepage. The NELIS homepage has an overview of important session information, such as the session number and the date at the top of the window. The first thing we're going to show you is how to access session information. This is where you'll find all of the important information for the legislative session. The first information we'll see here is access to our legislators. By clicking on either the Senate or Assembly tags, we can see all of our legislators for that said House. This information includes their contact information, such as their email or phone number in case you need to contact your legislators during the session. The next piece of information on this page we'll look at is their calendars. The legislative session has two calendars, a 120-day calendar and an events calendar. The 120-day calendar displays all of the deadlines for the session so you can keep up with the progress. The events calendar houses all of the various legislative events, including lobby days. Lobby days are when non-governmental organizations go to the legislature for a day to advocate for their cause. For example, on March 1st is Food Insecurity Day at the legislature. NELIS provides the date, time span of the event, and additional information like an event summary. Other information you can find in the Session Information tab includes information regarding session rules, press and lobbying, and a section to submit public bill opinions. You can submit bill opinions through this link or through the bill policy page. The next thing we'll look at is the meetings and floor session schedule. You can choose the dates you see meetings for, such as an entire week. After submitting the dates we'd like to see meetings for, we can see that the Senate Committee on Judiciary is meeting on February 22nd at 1 p.m. We can view the agenda of the meeting to see what bills the committee plans to review. To view bill drafts and legislation on NELIS, you can go to the Legislation tab at the top of the page. There are a couple ways to search for a bill. The first way is to search by topic or text. For example, we can search baby bonds. This will pull up Assembly Bill 28. By clicking on Assembly Bill 28, we receive a bill overview and a bill draft summary. To read the full bill draft text, click on the text button. Here you can read proposed legislation in full and see amended corrections as the document gets edited throughout the session. Returning to the overview, we can access past hearing recordings and watch them online. We can also access the bill history. For example, Assembly Bill 28 received a notice of eligibility for exemption on February 14th. The last section of the bill overview is for public opinion, where you can submit your opinion on the bill. This is a great way to make your voice heard this session. To submit an opinion, you'll need to register an account with NELIS. To register, fill in your information and confirm the registration request sent to your email. Another way to search for legislation is through its sponsors. You can select the Assembly member, Senate member, or committee member you want to search by to access their sponsored legislation. For example, Assemblywoman Gonzalez is sponsoring 13 bills and co-sponsoring 10 bills. The final feature of NELIS is its tracking feature. The tracker allows you to track bills you're interested in and receive update notifications. You need a NELIS account to track bills, and each account gets to track 10 bills for free. NELIS is an important tool for understanding the legislative session and accessing the bills that could impact Nevada laws if adopted. If NELIS isn't your style, you can access our legislative resources available on aclunv.org.